Okay. Alright. I'm here. I was muted, if you can believe that. What is this? A team call? Yes. Hello. Hi. I made it. Welcome to this little corner of the internet that we have carved out for ourselves. Well, I've never actually said my name, have I? I go by Ciela, supposedly. Oh, hi! Yes! You couldn't hear me because I was muted. Like I said, is this a Zoom call? What's happening? Today is quite interesting. If I should let you know, I am simulcasting, streaming in multiple places for the first time, both Twitch and YouTube. So that's kind of fun. So say hi whichever part you are, and we'll be able to see it on the screen, hopefully. There is like a really bad lag of the chats, but I can see them and I can reply to you, so that's fun. Yeah, I did have an issue of choosing which wing to choose. I like this, it looks a bit creepy. There's another wing that doesn't really move, so there's also that that I can choose another day. Thank you. Yeah, you'll see it on the chat in a bit because it's a bit slow. I'm using this thing that you can that's called Restream from Twitch. What's up? You might be dropping frames on Twitch. It could be my... So, I am dropping frames everywhere, kiddo. Sorry. I am aware that my stream is not good. And I don't really know... hi! Your name is Coffee Cafe. Ooh, that's cool. That's a cool name. I'm aware that my internet... is not great. So... I'm sorry about that. Yeah, my dropped frame is currently 47%, so I think that's pretty bad. Let me know if it's unwatchable. I will try to fix it. Okay? I don't really know how... Can you guys hear me right now? Because if not, that will be not good. Maybe your bitrate is higher than your internet connection can sustain, especially with sending the data, not spending. Good point. I've never tried to edit the bitrate thing. So I think I could though. But I would have to stop the stream. Whoa, it's at 50% now. I don't think I can... I normally use what the platform, OBS, is recommending me. Yeah. Great. You can hear me, thank you. Okay, so let's see if it's my fault or if it's the character's fault, okay? Let's test that. Is my head too big? Oh, actually, I can make the chat come from the top instead of the bottom. Should we do that? Sorry, today feels like I'm testing things. Do be patient with me. And I will try to fix the bitrate thing, because that seems to be a bit annoying. I will do my best to learn about it, because if I can stream with lower bitrate and it's not annoying to you guys, then I will do that. I don't mind. Chat. Something about chat. Click. Embedded stream. What am I supposed to do right now? Update the chat style. That's what I'm here for. I think I should go back to okay, we're streaming live now. Yes, I'm quite aware of that. There it is. Chat setting from colorized author name. That's cool. Compact mode. It's already compact mode. Yeah, okay. Apparently I'll do that later. I don't want to bother you guys too much. Oh, okay, I actually found it. Top there. Hide messages? Sure, why not? No, it's fine actually. Okay, it'll be on. Oh yeah, no, actually the chat one is this restream thing. Where are you? Sorry. What am I answering to? Oh, hi. Yes, it will be an OBS. You are correct regarding the fact that the bitrate is an OBS thing, not a restream thing. But the chat where it should appear is a restream thing, because that's where I'm getting the chat link. So now if I update the chat, same link, right? Yeah, same link. Okay. If it updates itself, it should come from the top, but it's a pretty slow one. You guys can see your chats, which is cool. Keyframe interval 2 seconds. Seriously? Anywho, thank you. Okay. So, guess why we're here? It's not to test live streams on you guys. It is to actually study. I study on stream, like actually live. I use this fast.ai website, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with. It contains multiple courses, but we have this course called Introduction to Machine Learning, something that caught my eye because whoa, my brain just stopped working because Kofi Cafe is now commenting on YouTube instead of Twitch, and I was like, wait, you were just on Twitch a second ago. Am I? Yep, I'm right. I'm not wrong. Okay. Yes, the chat on the background is a bit slow. Sorry about that. Yes, we are taking this course called Introduction to Machine Learning for Coders. It is taught by Jeremy Howard, so that's my recap. I try to do a recap every, beginning of the streams, so that if anyone new watches it, they'll know what we're doing. But here's the interesting part. This is for me it's lesson number 25. I've been streaming on YouTube for over a month doing this. That's why the title is lesson 8, because we're taking lesson 8 on the website, but it's like my it's over 25 streams because I've done a lot of fails, but let's not talk about that. Yes, okay. So lesson 25 is about gradient descent, and hopefully Twitch stops being silly trying to like disallow like restream bot copying chat message between YouTube and Twitch. I'm sure you are aware that currently multicasting is allowed, right? That was, very recently changed. Is that what you mean, or do you mean actually putting the message in the chat for each place? Because there is this service called Botrix, which I haven't used fully yet. I signed up for it, but I haven't used it fully yet. I don't know if it allows adding it to the chats. I think what you're saying with bots does allow, right? So that would be cool. Really? Even Restream can do that? Huh. I mean, I'm getting the whole chat in front of me, but I don't know if I can put it back into the other chats, Don't know about that. Is YouTube giving a better, is YouTube better than Twitch right now? I find that to be quite surprising if that's the case. I don't really know. I'm trying to monitor, but it's not easy. Okay, using Restream, right? That's cool. Okay, I'll look into it. Today is my first multicast stimul stream, what do you want to call it? So I will continuously improve with you guys' help. Thank you. And also I should really let you guys see the chat, because my head is not letting you guys see it. I can move my character a bit to this side. Okay, is that too much? I don't know. Anywho, thank you. I will work on that. I really appreciate it. So yes, lesson 8 is about gradient descent and logistic regression. And oh yay, I just remembered where I was. We were in the second part where he talks about PyTorch and the possibility of starting logistic regression from start, building a model for the MNIST data set of handwritten digits. That's where I was. I actually... Shoot, really? This is not a cool character. Why did you just run away from me? See, these minor issues are just what makes streaming fun. I'm really sorry about that. Technically against Twitch rules. Thank you. Yes, I know that my alerts are all on for Twitch. I don't even know how to turn alerts on for YouTube. Yes, so I may not even do that. Thank you for letting me know. But I mean, putting it up there could also be against rules. I don't know. Yes, my character just fell asleep. She's on the path of waking up. Sorry about that. Yes. Okay, let's give her time. In the meantime, let's have Jeremy Howard teach us about what PyTorch is. Okay, I've muted it. I actually already tried to watch this on stream, but I messed up on that. last time. The rules have a specific provision stating that you can't share chats between Twitch and other co-stream. I will check that. I don't really know. Does it mean I can't show the chat on the screen as well? And I know it's like other Twitch competitors, and obviously YouTube is a streaming competitor, you know, a site. Now you got me curious about whether you are also a streamer or not. How can I check your account? There we go. Do you have VODs? No VODs. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. you have a really cute unprepared to start streaming, but if I wait until I am properly prepared, I will never start. I think our Mustafa needs to hear that, because he says that he's not ready. I think they're still trying to... No? It's just that they're still trying to degrade the co-stream experience. Yeah, I mean, the fact that they allowed... sorry, I need to unshare my screen just for a bit. The fact that... I will fix this. They allowed multi-streaming in the first place is actually really cool, so I am not being picky. Yeah, this is just some great streaming experience for you guys. I read our new friend, the Coffee Cafe's Twitch like description, and it's unprepared to start streaming, but if I wait until I'm properly prepared, I will never start. And that reminded me of someone, and that someone is you. Because I mean, you did say you have issues with internet, which, hello, I also have issues with the internet, but that doesn't stop me. You guys must be bored out of your minds watching nothing talk. Sorry about that. I'm gonna play Jeremy because I need to hear him talk.
Building our neural network, we're going to build it using something called PyTorch. PyTorch is a library that basically looks a lot like NumPy, but when you create some code with PyTorch, you can run it on the GPU rather than the CPU. So the GPU is something which is basically going to be probably at least an order of magnitude, possibly hundreds of times faster than the code that you might write for the CPU.
Isn't that cool? GPUs are like 100 times faster than CPUs.
Particularly stuff involving lots of linear algebra. Right? So with deep learning, neural nets, you can, if you don't have a GPU, you can do it on the CPU, right? But it's going to be frustratingly slow. Your Mac does not have a GPU that we can use for this because I'm actually advertising today. We need an NVIDIA GPU. I would actually much prefer that we could use your Macs because competition's great, right? But NVIDIA were really the first ones to create a GPU which did a good job of supporting general purpose.
I think the new Macs really help with this, right? I don't know if they have GPUs, but I think the new Macs are allowing this. Why NVIDIA, yes, earn a ton of money. Yes. I don't actually know the blockchain part, but I do know that the AI part, or even gaming, GPUs, gaming. People need GPUs for gaming.
Graphics programming units, GPU. So in other words, that means using a GPU for things other than playing computer games. They created a framework called CUDA, CUDA. It's a very good framework. It's pretty much universally used in deep learning. If you don't have an NVIDIA GPU, you can't use it. No current Macs have an NVIDIA GPU. Most laptops of any kind don't have an NVIDIA GPU. If you're interested in doing deep learning on your laptop, the good news is that you need to buy one which is really good for playing computer games on. There's a place called Exotic PC Gaming Laptops where you can go and buy yourself a great laptop.
General purpose GPU or general purpose unit? Wait, GPU? Wait, what is that? Do we have GPU? That's funny.
For doing deep learning. You can tell your parents that you need the money to do deep learning. So could you please have...
Yes, AMD has ROCm now, but I think it's still an underdog. Sure. I don't have enough information Mac-wise, but I know there's, the M1 and I think there's even M2. So is that AMD? I don't know.
Yeah, so you'll generally find a whole bunch of laptops with names like Predator and Viper.
Okay, so CUDA is the NVIDIA and ROC with an M, I don't know, is the Mac thing? Apple thing?
With pictures of robots and stuff. So, Stealth Pro, Raider, Leopard. Anyway, having said that, I don't know that many people that do much deep learning on their laptop. Most people will log into a cloud environment. By far the easiest I know of to use is called Crestle. With Crestle...
No, don't be sorry. I need explanations. I like how you guys explain things to me. Do comment on what the lecturer is talking about so that I understand it better. It's like we're technically doing a group study, so that's fun.
You can basically sign up, and straight away the first thing you get is thrown straight into a Jupyter notebook, backed by a GPU, costs 60 cents an hour, with all of the fast AI libraries and data already available.
M1 is a CPU architecture. It'll have integrated graphics, but not like the massive parallelization one. Might use parallelization, parallelization, I'm guessing. Yeah, training. Okay, obviously not GPT level, but just a normal model. Yeah, I think I've seen YouTube videos of people training models on M1, but yeah, you're right. Using something like Crestle, or I'm guessing even Google Colab is, I don't know. I don't know if it's better, but I'm guessing it might be.
So that makes life really easy. It's less flexible and in some ways less fast than using AWS, which is the Amazon Web Services option.
I've never used Amazon Web Services. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Could be my laziness.
A little bit more, 90 cents an hour rather than 60 cents an hour. But it's very likely that your employer pay pretty much, and so it's a really good way to get started. Daniel, did you have a question? Yeah. Can you pass that to me?
Actually, I also have a question. Isn't Crestle free? Yes. Okay. You get 10 hours and 1 gigabyte for free. Alright, that's good. I think people rent cloud compute now as LLMs and stuff. I've gotten, yes, huge. like too big to fit on a consumer computer card. That's true. That's true. Yeah. A lot of training is done on the cloud now, because unless it's like super private, then it's a private cloud, right?
I just wanted to know your opinion on, I know that Intel recently published like an open source like way of like boosting like regular packages that they claim is equivalent, like if you use the bottom tier GPU on your CPU, if you use their boost packages, like you can get the same performance. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's a good question. So, and actually, Intel makes some great numerical programming libraries, particularly this one called MKL, the matrix kernel library. They definitely make things faster than not using those libraries. But if you look at a graph of performance over time, GPUs have consistently throughout the last 10 years, including now, are about 10 times more floating point operations per second than the equivalent CPU, and they're generally about a fifth of the price for that performance.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, and then because of that, like everybody doing anything with deep learning basically does it on NVIDIA GPUs, and therefore using anything other than NVIDIA GPUs is currently very annoying. So slower, more expensive, more annoying. I really hope there will be more activity around AMD GPUs in particular in this area, but AMD's got like literally years of catching up to do, so it might take a while.
Okay, yeah, AMD has years of catching up to do. I see.
Yeah, so I just wanted to point out that you can also buy things such as like a GPU extender to a laptop.
Yeah.
That's also like kind of like maybe a first step solution before you really want to pursue.
There are ways and means to try and make big models to fit in smaller amounts of GPU memory, but it might be harder to make it work. There's like bits and bytes. What do you mean, Tim? Is that? I don't know what you're talking about, honestly, the last part. Tim Detmers? Is that a person? Should I Google that? Yes. I mean, I don't know if you're talking about the current, there's like this current research on using less resources, whether that's what you're talking about or you're talking about something else entirely. But yeah, there is this current movement of not using up too much resources because it's environmentally not good, you know?
Something on
yeah. I think for like $300 or so, you can buy something that plugs into your Thunderbolt port if you have a Mac, and then for another $500 or $600, you can buy a GPU to plug into that. Having said that, for about $1,000, you can actually create a pretty good, GPU-based desktop. And so if you're considering that, the fast.ai forums have like lots of threads where people help each other spec out something at a particular price point. Anyway, so to start with, I'd say use Crestle, and then, when you're ready to invest a few extra minutes.
So that the guy you mentioned is an AI expert? Has published a lot of papers on low bit representation, etc. He has the most popular freak to do. That's cool. I didn't know that. Tim DETE, that person. That's cool. I'm gonna learn about that. Oh, he's a PhD student. That's the guy you're talking about, right? I'm guessing. Let's see his recent... Maybe. Thank you. I will look into that. Because, Yes, I'm actually interested. I will look into, because I saw he has a video even. You know, I'm a bit lazy. I wouldn't probably go read his papers yet, but I saw there's a video, so I'm gonna check that as well. Cool. Oh, 8-bit methods for efficient deep learning. Nice. I like this. I appreciate this. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I know scientific papers aren't quite, that readable, but I'd say I've written a few and mine are also not readable. So that's okay. I should be able to at least understand some things, if not like 50% is more than enough. And watching his his presentation, the video ones, should help me understand his point and intention. Yes. Like very small scale things, because it doesn't really matter, but like I have a master's degree, but yeah, whatever, who cares.
That's getting going. Use AWS.
I will tell you like really high level, because I really don't want to dox myself. NLP related, yes. Natural language processing, yeah.
To use AWS, you basically... Huh? Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. I tried to be as vague as possible.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you which part of NLP, but I'm not gonna.
I'm just talking to the folks online as well. So. Okay, so AWS, when you get there, go to EC2. EC2, like there's lots of stuff on AWS. EC2 is the bit where we get to like rent computers by the hour, right? Now we're going to need a GPU-based instance. Unfortunately, when you first sign up for AWS, they don't give you access to them. So you have to request that access. So go to limits up on the top left, right? And the main...
I'm guessing this is paid, right?
GPU instance we'll be using is called the P2. So scroll down to P2, and here P2.xlarge, you need to make sure that that number's not 0. If you've just got a new account, it probably is 0, which means you won't be allowed to create one. So you have to go request limit increase. And the trick there is when it asks you, why do you want the limit increase, type fast.ai, because AWS knows to look out, and they know that fast.ai people are good people, so they'll do it quite quickly. That takes a day or two, generally speaking, to go through. So once you get the email saying you've been approved for P2 instances, you can then go back here and say launch instance. And so we've basically set up one that has everything you need. So if you click on Community AMI, and AMI is an Amazon...
I was trying to attend some daily email paper discussions for a bit on Discord. Really? But I sort of had to stop. Like they were... in the middle of the night for me. I see. Yes, time is also a bit... You're giving me ideas, dude. Don't know if you're a dude or not, sorry. But like I actually use it for even not guys. Anyway, I don't think I could just attending as a clueless, curious person. Exactly. That's how I see myself. I really like your clueless, curious person. I feel like that should be put on a shirt. So I wouldn't say like I can explain ML papers. No. but it's cool. Like to do that, to read papers. Like even if I read the Transformer paper, the Attention is All You Need one, which is like the most famous paper, then I still don't know what okay, maybe I haven't tried reading it myself, but I have tried watching 30-minute videos on it, and I still can't tell you what you should do. I mean, I know like the part that's judging the other part, but what does that mean computationally? You know? Yeah, you stuck a nerve. But you are giving me ideas on reading like famous papers on stream. I mean, why not? I don't even know what is currently famous, honestly. Yeah. Oh, so I watch his YouTube videos. Oh, but the daily paper people were cool. Is it chat or is it like talking? Because I feel like talking would be easier. And yeah, I do watch his videos on explaining papers. Yannick Kilcher? I don't really know how to read his last name, but yeah. But I'm guessing their time wouldn't match mine as well. I don't really know.
On machine image. It's basically a completely...
I'm gonna skip this AWS part because I really have no intention of using AWS. Okay. Yeah, audio and slides. That's cool. I can try and... Yeah, okay. I'm gonna note that down because I know I'll forget. Okay. I'm not a Discord person that much. I mean, I have it, I just don't use it that much. Because, you know, I'm old, obviously.
Running on a GPU with the fast AI repo. If you use Cressel...
Daily paper reads cool, chill Australian guy. Okay, cool. Thank you. Let's not dox him as well. Alright. Should I tell him you sent me? I'm kidding. But I mean, thank you. I appreciate you leading me down paths that are useful.
Just CD fast AI 2, the repo's already there. Git pull. AWS, CD fast AI, the repo is already there. Git pull. If it's your own computer, you'll just have to git clone, and then away you go. All right. So part of all of those is PyTorch is pre-installed, and so PyTorch basically...
the rest of the discourse is a little... Okay. Okay, really? Wow. Good to know. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Quite interesting.
It means we can write code that looks a lot like NumPy, but it's going to run really quickly on the GPU. Secondly, since we need to know like which direction and how much to move our parameters to improve our loss, we need to know the derivative of functions. PyTorch has this amazing thing where any code you write using the PyTorch library, it can automatically take the derivative of that for you. So we're not going to look at any calculus in this course,
okay.
And I don't look at any calculus in any of my courses or in any of my work, basically ever, in terms of like actually calculating derivatives myself, because I've never had to. It's done for me by the library. So as long as you write the Python code, the derivative is done. So the only calculus you really need to know...
Good point.
To be an effective practitioner is like what does it mean to be a derivative, and you also need to know the chain rule, which we'll come to.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start out kind of top down, create a neural net, and we're going to assume a whole bunch of stuff, and gradually we're going to dig into each piece, right? So to create neural nets, we need to import the PyTorch neural net library. PyTorch, funnily enough, is not called PyTorch, it's called Torch.
Huh. I guess I didn't know that. Now I know.
Okay, so torch.nn is the PyTorch subsection that's responsible for neural nets. Okay, so we'll call that.
George, you know PyTorch, or have you tended to use other ML frameworks? I'd say I haven't really used anything interesting. I haven't used anything state-of-the-art style, you know? I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I have used some, like, ready-made things, like when you just give it the data and it works, instead of coding it yourself. Like, there are websites like BigML. I've also used NLTK, which I don't know if you know about it, but I've never, like, for research, used anything new. That's why I'm trying to learn from these guys. Yeah, I don't even think that, like, I want to be able to get to the level of training deep learning models on, like, I don't know if this is coming from me being, like you said, a clueless person, having just unstructured data, like data that is unstructured, unsupervised. No, NLTK. That's cute. More interactions for my chat. Yay. No, it's NLTK, which is the Natural Language Toolkit. Yeah, it's a library. And it has a really, really cool online book that you can just, like, follow along. I haven't done like many, but yeah. So yeah, I want to see if it's possible to use deep learning with unstructured data without labeling it, you know. I don't know if I'm saying something that doesn't make sense, or if it's something that's so obvious I just don't know how to get there.
And then we're going to import a few bits out of fast.ai just to make life a bit easier for us. So here's how you create a neural network in PyTorch.
Okay.
The simplest possible neural network. You say sequential, and sequential means I am now going to give you a list of the layers that I want in my neural network.
Layers. Okay. Neural network layers. I think we know what that is, hopefully. Okay, go ahead.
Right. So in this case, my list has two things in it. The first thing...
I did say unsupervised, but also I said unstructured data, so I don't know which parts. Oh, without labels, yes. That means unsupervised, yes. Not even semi-supervised, just unsupervised.
Says, I want a case. My list has two things in it. The first thing says, I want a linear layer. So a linear layer is something that's basically going to do y equals ax plus b, right? But matrix multiply, not univariate, obviously. So it's going to do a matrix product, basically. So the input to the matrix product is...
Oh yeah, it's 28 by 28 because our images are 28 by 28.
It's going to be a vector of length 28 times 28, because that's how many pixels we have.
Mm-hmm.
And the output needs to be of size 10. We'll talk about why in a moment. But
yeah, I actually had the question of why our output is size 10. Okay.
For now, this is how we define a linear layer. And then again, we're going to dig into this in detail, but every linear layer, just about in neural nets, has to have a nonlinearity after it. And we're going to learn about this particular nonlinearity in a moment. It's called the softmax. And if you've done the DL course, you've already seen this.
I've heard about it. I'm not sure what it is. Okay.
So that's how we define a neural net. This is a 2-layer neural net. There's also kind of an implicit additional first layer, which is the input. But with PyTorch, you don't have to explicitly mention the input. But normally we think conceptually like the input image is kind of also a layer. Because we're kind of doing things pretty manually, with PyTorch, we're not taking advantage of any of the conveniences in fast.ai for building this stuff. We have to then write .cuda, which tells PyTorch to copy this neural network across to the GPU. So from now on, that network is going to be actually running on the GPU.
Cool. That's cool. Heads up, I might leave in 10 minutes. Okay?
We didn't say that, it would run on the CPU. Okay. So that gives us back a neural net, a very simple neural net. So we're then going to try and fit the neural net to some data, so we need some data. So fast.ai has this concept of a model data object, which is basically something that wraps up training data, validation data, and optionally test data. And so to create a model data object, you can add data.
Oh shoot! That scared the life out of me.
C03CAF3 just followed. CL welcomes you.
Yes, I do welcome you. Thank you. Wait, who was that exactly? I think it was Coffee Cafe, right? It was you. Thanks for the follow. That did scare me because I was focusing on Jeremy Howard's voice. Thanks. That was really kind of you. That's cool. It's fun. It's fun. Why would you say sorry? No need. I should be the one. Yay! I don't normally get alerts because I don't have alerts on for YouTube, but I do get them from Twitch. So that's indeed very fun. So thanks for that. Everybody's awake now. I think I'd say it's the first time I'm using like built-in Twitch alerts instead of Streamlabs. So that's also cool. It read it for me. I don't think I had the reading thing on Streamlabs. I don't know. I actually looked for it, how to get YouTube sub notifications, but I couldn't find it. Or maybe I didn't look far enough, but I don't think it's as easily done as like on Twitch. It's like a norm. Alerts are there, but YouTube doesn't do that. I don't know why. It's fun though. Like Twitch has a lot of more fun. Yes, that's why people like Twitch, but YouTube has more discoverability and VODs stay forever. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thanks again. I appreciate that. Now I don't even know what I was learning. It's all gone.
From some object, you can just say, I want to create some image classifier data. I'm going to grab it from some arrays, right? And you just say, okay, this is the path. Then I'm going to save any temporary files.
What is this image classifier? Oh, okay. I don't know. What is this? Image classifier data. Oh, I need to go back and see if he explains that. I think it's okay not to have it for YouTube, as you said. It's not the norm on YouTube. Yeah. It's like a culture on Twitch, but not YouTube. Because like there's even the what's it called? Bits. The thing, the small thing. Yeah, even emotes, all of that. Culture The Twitch culture is pretty cool. And can you believe it? I've been streaming since 2021. I've been streaming very, very not... Shut up. Sorry, that was my phone. Very not consistently, obviously. But, like, my first stream was 2021. And I just ignored streaming 2022, then came back. The dataset is, yes, hand-drawn digits, MNIST. I think it came from the US Post codes on the mail as a part of their effort to do it electronically. Is it really? Is MNIST from the US Post? I know. Isn't there a guy behind it? Like a person? Employees of Census Bureau? Let me post. No, I don't think it's the postal thing, right? I think it's like a research thing. Yeah. Created in 94. What? Combinations of NISTs? What's NIST? Is that the other part? National Institute of Standards and Technology. Special database 1 and special database 3. Written. I don't see anything US Post related, but. Ooh, error rate. 7 to 0.09. Wowee. 60,000 training images and 10,000 testing images. Yeah, my mind confused Census Bureau with the US. Yeah, cool. No worries. Yeah, I guess it is like government funded-ish. Probably. Yeah. That's cool.
Fast.ai has this concept of a model data object, which is basically something that wraps...
Yeah, probably. Definitely similar use, yeah. Because, like, it obviously can also be used for traffic things, you know? When you take a picture of a fast-moving car and the numbers. Right? Probably has a lot of use cases.
Up training data, validation data, and optionally test data. And so to create a model data object, you can just say, I want to create some image classifier data. I'm going to grab it from some arrays, right? And you just say, okay, this is the path that I'm going to save any temporary files. This is my arrays, and this is my validation data arrays, okay? And so that just returns an object that's going to wrap that all up, and so we're going to be able to fit to that data. So now that we have a neural net, array, and we have some data, we're going to come back to this in a moment, but we basically say what loss function do we want to use, what optimizer do we want to use, and then we say fit. We say fit this network to this data, going over every image once, using this loss function and this optimizer, and print out these metrics. Bang. Okay, and this says here, this is 91.8% accurate. Okay, so that's like...
Whoa. One epoch? Really? Cool. Can you do that again?
Simplest possible neural net. So what that's doing is it's creating a matrix multiplication followed...
I mean, it's just hand-drawn digits. It's more about handwritten than deblurring of traffic signage, which... Good point. Yeah. Maybe that is a different data set, but I mean... Yeah, deblurring is probably a different research thing, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's the point of MNIST is that it's hand-drawn. which traffic, like car plates aren't. Good point.
By a nonlinearity, and then it's trying to find the values for this matrix which basically that fit the data as well as possible, that end up predicting this is a 1, this is a 9, this is a 3. And so we need some definition for as well as possible. And so the general term for that thing is called the loss function. So the loss function is the function that's going to be lower if this is better, right? Just like with random forests, we had this concept of information gain, and we got to like pick what function do you want to use to define information gain, and we were mainly looking at root mean squared error, right?
True.
Most machine learning algorithms we call something very similar to that loss, right? So the loss is how do we score how good we are? And so in the end, we're going to calculate the derivative of the loss with respect to the weight matrix that we're multiplying by to figure out how to update it, right? So we're going to use something called negative log likelihood loss. So negative log likelihood loss is also known...
I have no idea what that is, but I said, that's what this NLLL stands for.
...as cross entropy. They're literally the same thing. There's two versions, one called binary cross entropy or binary negative log likelihood, and another called categorical cross entropy. They're the same thing. One is for when you've only got a 0 or 1 dependent. The other is if you've got like cat, dog, airplane or horse, or 0, 1 through 9, and so forth. So,
okay. Like if you train on MNIST and get state of the art, I think your model would still utterly fail to recognizing a sign in a larger image. Yeah, I mean, what you train on and what you test on matters, so you're right. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I wouldn't probably like, I don't know how bad it would be, but it obviously wouldn't be good. What does utterly fail mean for you?
So what we've got here is the binary version of cross entropy. And so here is the definition. I think maybe the easiest way to understand this definition is to look at an example.
Thank you. Okay. After this example, I'm out of here. My brain hurts.
So let's say we're trying to predict cat versus dog. 1 is cat, 0 is dog.
As it should be. 0 is dog, yes.
So here we've got cat, dog, dog, cat. And here are our predictions. We said 90% sure it's a cat, 90% sure it's a dog, 80% sure it's a dog, 80% sure it's a cat. Right?
So the closer to 1 is a cat, the closer to 0 is a dog. I see.
So we can then calculate the binary cross entropy by calling our function. So it's going to say, okay, for the first one, we've got y equals 1. So it's going to be 1 times log of 0.9 plus 1 minus y, 1 minus 1 is 0, so that's going to be skipped. Okay? And then the second one is going to be a 0, so it's going to be 0 times something, so that's going to be skipped. And the second part will be 1 minus 0. So this is 1 times log of 1 minus p, 1 minus 0.1 is 0.9. So in other words, the second piece of this are going to give exactly the same number, which makes sense because the first one we said we were 90% confident it was a cat, and it was.
Both are 90% right?
And the second we said we were 90% confident it was a dog, and it was. So in each case, the loss is coming from the fact that, we could have been more confident. Yes.
That's funny. Yes, a cat dog is 0.9. And yeah, so if we get the picture of the cat dog, it should get exactly 0.5%.
So if we said we're 100% confident, the loss would have been 0. Okay? So let's look at that in Excel. So here's our 0.9, 0.1, 0.2, 0.8, right? And here's our predictions, 1001. So here's 1 minus the prediction, right? Here is log of our prediction. Here is log of 1 minus our prediction.
And finally?
And so then here is our sum. Okay? So if you think about it, and I want you to think about this during the week, you could replace this with an if statement.
Oh, really? So our loss is 0.16, which is pretty good.
Rather than y, because y is always 1 or 0, right? Then it's only ever going to use either this or this.
Oh, okay.
So you could replace this with an if statement. So I'd like you during the week to try to rewrite this
No,
with an if statement. Okay?
never. I'll never do homework. So a non-binary loss would be better for cat dog, something that can output like 0.8 for both cat and dog. That can be our homework. What can we do if we want cat, dog, and cat dog? So now it's 3 categories instead of, like you said, it's a non-binary. Yeah.
And then see if you can then scale it out categorical cross entropy. So categorical cross entropy works this way. Let's say we were trying to predict 3 and then 6 and then 7 and then 2. So if we were trying to predict 3 and the actual thing that was predicted was like 4.7, right? Versus like, well, actually think of it this way. We're trying to predict 3 and we actually predicted 5. Or we're trying to predict 3 and we accidentally predicted 9. Like being 5 instead of 3 is no better than being 9 instead of 3.
True.
So we're not actually going to say like how far away is the actual number. We're going to express it differently. Or to put it another way, what if we're trying to
We just say it's wrong.
predict cats, dogs, horses, and airplanes? You can't, like, how
And obviously cat dogs.
far away is cat from horse? So we're going to express these a little bit differently. Rather than thinking,
I mean, a cat is less far away from a horse than it is from an airplane. So there's still a range, but if we don't want to talk about the range, then we can do that.
of it as a 3, let's think of it as a vector with a 1 in the third location. And rather than thinking of it as a 6, let's think of it as a vector of zeros with a 1 in the 6th location. So in other words, one hot encoding. Right? So let's one hot encode our dependent variable. And so that way now, rather than trying to predict a single number, let's predict 10 numbers. Let's predict what's the probability that it's a 0, what's the probability it's a 1, what's the probability it's a 2, and so forth. Right? And so let's say we're trying to predict the 2, right? Then here is our binary cross entropy. Sorry, categorical cross entropy. So it's just saying, okay, did this one predict correctly or not? How far off was it? And so forth for each one. Right? And so add them all up. So categorical cross entropy is identical.
Okay, we're using the same thing here. The log and the y and the... Okay.
Right? And so add them all up. So categorical cross entropy is identical to binary cross entropy. We just have to add it up across all of the categories.
Cool.
Right? So try and turn the binary cross entropy function in Python into a categorical cross entropy Python, and maybe create both the version with the if statement and the version with the sum and the product. Right? All right. So that...
Yes. We'll come back to you, Jeremy, but not today. I need to go. Time's up. So this was fun. We made friends. Yes. Oh shoot. Why is she not here? She's here now. Okay. So, thank you. This was fun. I sort of got to run, but I appreciate the help with, helping me understand this better, and also trying to make the stream better. which, isn't always the best. And also, I think the idea that a cat is closer to a horse than an airplane is frustrating, as maybe unless you're doing some student-teacher training, your data will be like the model predicted or didn't. I will answer you, even though you've said bye, which is my fault. If you look into, what is it? There's something vector space. It does say that it knows the distance between words. And a cat will be closer to a horse than it is to an airplane in vector space. So you can look into that if you'd like. Or we can look into that in the next stream. I don't know. Yeah. So this was an interesting test. I will definitely continue doing the multi-stream, stimul stream, something like that. I mean, like, say you train an LLM on a next word prediction task. I don't know. Yeah. Yes. Good point. Okay. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you giving me your time. You can come back if you like next time or not. Whichever works for you. You want a distribution, but you can only update the model on whether it predicts the next word or not. It's noisy. What is noisy? My sound? Or the model? Yes. I don't really know unless we test it. I don't think I can give you an answer, honestly. I just really don't know. Okay. Is Mustafa being really quiet? Oh, hey, why didn't I see your message? Partially true is a smoother solution space than rigid true false. The AI will have a better time training in a smoother space. Okay. Oh, training process stochastic. Gradient descent is noisy. Cool. Got it. Why didn't I see your message? That's really weird. Oh, it was there. It just went by faster. Sorry. Okay. My eyes need to be trained better to see the messages. I just thought that Mustafa was being quiet today. Cool. You guys, it's cool that you guys have a lot more information so that I can learn from you and get the information from you. So I like that. Yeah, so I appreciate the fact that you are helping me and that you're here, and I hope we can learn better together. But if you can't make it next stream, it's fine. It's your life. Whatever works for you. So I'm going to end the stream for real this time, even though I enjoy talking to you guys. I gotta really go. So I'm gonna count down from I'm gonna say 5 and then click end, if that's alright with you. Thanks. Quieter than usual, is it really? So technically my schedule, I have a schedule that is every other day. So starting from how do we start? But the time is set. The schedule isn't as fully set. Friday and Saturday, okay, yes, I stream. And then sometimes I take Sunday off, but I'm here Monday, then I take Tuesday. Today's Monday, right? Yep, okay. I take Tuesday off, and then I'm here Wednesday, take Thursday off, and then Friday, Saturday, I'm here again. So that has been my schedule for the past month. But then, surprise, surprise, there's a chance of me streaming on Tuesday, like 12 hours later from now. So I don't know how that will work for your schedule. But if I normally stream the time that I started the stream, so that's like my normal schedule. It's early morning for me, and I'm learning this Fast AI Intro to Machine Learning course. But the other one that I'm planning on Tuesday is with a person, so that will be fun. Be nice to him. And yeah, that's like a different thing that we're doing. So that will be a test on Tuesday and see how that goes. But this is my normal streaming time. The other one, we'll see what happens. I normally tweet about it. Okay? I have the schedule on Twitch being just Friday and Saturday so that I don't lie to people, because that I can do. But I also, sometimes I stream every day, so sorry. I'm really sorry for the bad schedule. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for being here. I'm late now. I will see you next time, inshallah. Okay, ending the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Thank you, and bye.